Even just 2 more minutes. 2 more minutes. If you want to invite someone, so that when we start, it'll be very easy for everybody. Sorry for that, but we are starting in the next 2 minutes from now. All right. Okay. Good evening. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen across the world. I hope you are basically doing fine. The person behind the microphone that is ringing bells into your ears is none other than wealth coach Julius Kabanda. I want to thank you so much for sparing time to be on our call for today, to be able to learn, to be able to impact life, and most importantly, to be able to rise your understanding when it comes to blockchain technology, when it comes to cryptocurrency, most importantly, when it comes to the Onfdao ecosystem. Because I don't want network glitches, I'll basically switch off my video. And ladies and gentlemen, I take you through today's session. If you are ready to learn, listen, drop me a 2 in the chat. I respect the presence of different leaders. I've seen my leader Eunice all the way from Kenya. Happy to have you on the call today. I've seen my brother Coach Ashraf all the way from that side of Kampala. Happy to see you. My brother Noboth, happy to see you on the call, and all other people across the world. Thank you so much for joining today's specific call where I'll be talking about the magic of DeFi, and I'll also be able to talk about the magic of ONF. All right, so thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to switch off my video and drastically and purely and contemporarily take you through today's session. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, tonight is not a normal night. Tonight is a specific night. It's a night that defines the power of blockchain technology. It's a night, ladies and gentlemen, that positions you into a better understanding of why it is critically very, very important for you to take DeFi, to take Oracle, to take the Onfdao as one of the potential perfect opportunities you have been able to meet in this 21st century. And tonight, ladies and gentlemen, like I've said, it's not normal business. We are going to be looking at impact, the power of impact that happens when it comes to blockchain technology, the power of impact that happens when it comes to cryptocurrency technology, the power of impact that happens when it comes to changing your finances, ladies and gentlemen, using your phone. I hope you'll be able to love today's training. I hope you'll be able to learn with us, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you'll be able to position yourself to the future. I hope you'll be able to get a critical understanding of what we basically have to offer. And before I basically start, all right, okay. Okay. The magic power of DeFi and the Onfdao. This perfect presentation will work very well for someone who's already in the business and for someone who's new to the business. And allow me, ladies and gentlemen, without delay, start right away. So like I've said, the power of DeFi. Ladies and gentlemen, it is important for me to define DeFi because many people who are getting into blockchain technology, many people who are getting into a business may not be able to have a clear understanding of what DeFi looks like. Okay. So by the end of this call, you'll be able to understand what DeFi is and why it matters today, how ONFDAO works behind the scenes, how to use the minting and the staking to grow wealth, how to start small, consistent actions to build long-term income. You'll be able to see how you are able to remove the barriers created by banks, how smart contracts remove the fear and the guesswork, how rewards are generated inside the ONFDAO, how to build a personal wealth plan using DeFi tools, how to use the compounding multiplier to their earnings. So allow me without delay, ladies and gentlemen, let's start right away. So before touching DeFi, it is important for me to be able to define what money is. Because you will agree with me, leaders across the world that are listening to me, we are dealing with money. Okay? So I want to basically be able to build a contemporary understanding of what money is. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is important for us to understand that money is not wealth. If we want to build wealth, then wealth will need us to acquire skills, will need us to have systems, and will need us to have ownership. That is how we are going to be able to build wealth in the blockchain ecosystems. So for us to acquire wealth, we need skills. For us to acquire wealth, we need systems. For us to acquire wealth, we need ownership. The reason why you have been invited in tonight is not to just have money, is to be able, ladies and gentlemen, to acquire skills about finances, is to be able to see systems that have been built online that can be able to create wealth, is able, ladies and gentlemen, to give you ownership. So money simply represents value. It is important for us to understand that money simply represents value. And since money only represents value, whoever controls the money system controls people's lives. So whoever controls money systems controls people's lives. So ladies and gentlemen, crypto gives power back, gives you that control back to you. You see, governments control us because they control systems that bring money in play. But when you understand cryptocurrency, it gives this power back to you. You get the control. You are able to have the control by yourself. And it is important for me to be able to define why crypto matters. So now that you know money, why crypto matters? Ladies and gentlemen, crypto matters because number one, ownership. You see, when you decide to get started into crypto, you're going to own your crypto. You're going to your wallet, your keys, your money. For example, If you want to start into DeFi here, you'll take a simple step. One, you'll come here at the Play Store and you will download. There are several wallets. It could be a MetaMask, it could be a Trust wallet, but let's say I do one of the easier one called, maybe it's a Phantom wallet, but let's do a simple one. And the simple one I want to do is the Token Pocket. It has a very good user interface. Okay, so I open. So once I open my Token Pocket, it is my wallet. Whatever exists on my wallet is controlled by me. I own the wallet. I have the 12 words phrase. So when you start, you'll be given 12 words. I have the 12 words phrases. And since I have the 12 words, it is the keys. They are the keys that give control to me. And whatever is existing on my wallet is mine. That's why crypto matters, because crypto offers ownership. Number two, crypto offers speed. Money can move global. Let me show you something. This week, one of our leaders, Leader Rubet, all the way from Malaysia, sent me 20 ONF tokens. I'm talking about speed. Money moves globally in seconds. And you see, in Binance, you can be limited that you cannot transfer something less than $10. But in DeFi, you can transfer $1, $0.5. Why? Because it is you in charge. It's you who has that charge. Number two, low cost. So you see, when he sent me, I was able to meet 20 top leaders, and this was their transaction. Everybody who attended our Ugandan dinner, whoever had 50 people, we're going to do this in several countries. And you see, everybody received one ONF. One ONF. So money can be able to move with speed at a low cost. Okay? Almost zero transaction fees happen from one wallet to another wallet. Number four, access. Anyone can participate regardless their status or location. Whether you are in Masaka, one of Ugandans say Masaka is a country, I don't know. Whether you stay in Masaka, whether you stay in Uganda, in Japan, across the world, you could download this wallet, and ladies and gentlemen, you could start your journey. So it is very important for us to understand this major factor. How many are learning? You know, I usually want to check out how many are learning, because today is a learning class. How many are learning? Let me see in the chat. How many are learning? How many are following? Let me see in the chat. If you are loving what I talk about tonight, could you drop me some love hearts? Could you talk to me? Could you drop me some love hearts? If you are loving what you are learning tonight, maybe you could drop me some love hearts. Maybe you could drop me anything, anything to see that you guys, you are. Yes, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Beautiful, beautiful, fantastic. Okay, right. Okay, all right. So, but before I dig deep into my lesson for today, I want to break old beliefs. You see, here in Buganda, there was a saying that women should not eat chicken, because when they eat chicken, there is something it does. But I had discovered later that that uh, that uh, men by that time wanted to enjoy the chicken alone. So they are old beliefs. Many people come with limiting beliefs. Number one, when you have been invited here, you say, "I'm not good with the technology." How many of you believe that for you to participate in cryptocurrency, you need to be good in technology? This was one of my biggest challenges. When a friend of mine invited me to understand cryptocurrency, to understand blockchain technology, I said, I'm not good in technology. I don't know if I'll be able to manage this. You don't need to be good in technology. Why? Because DeFi simplifies decentralized finance that is not controlled by anybody, simplifies your participation in cryptocurrency related technology. Number two, many people say crypto is too complicated. When I was invited for the first time to understand, when I was invited for the first time to listen to cryptocurrency, to listen to DeFi, to listen to what happens in crypto, I was told things. I already had a belief in my mind that crypto is complicated. And this became a big block in my start in cryptocurrency. Number three, I need a lot of money to start. When I heard the word crypto, the hidden things that are the Internet of Things, things that are happening on the Internet of value, that when you get onto the internet, you are using your phone. It is important for you to earn money in the digital way that is not controlled by anybody. And because I had this belief, I was like, I need a lot of money to start. That's why my story when I started cryptocurrency with small money, and I've been able to grow this over time. Many people don't believe it because many people believe that their success in cryptocurrency needs a lot of money. Number four, only experts can make money. I have had people who say that for you to succeed in crypto, you need special knowledge. For you to succeed in crypto, you need to be unique. For you to succeed in crypto, you need to be an expert. And this, ladies and gentlemen, has left any more people out of the game, yet crypto is simple. Could you believe that I left my medical world, joined cryptocurrency, be able to understand cryptocurrency steps, one, two, three, easy, ABC. The people that talk a lot about cryptocurrency, the people that talk a lot about blockchain, they just complicate these things. Give me a one if you're following. Give me one. But these are simple naps. I have done cryptocurrency with ABC attitude. And ladies and gentlemen, cryptocurrency has shown me it's one thing anybody could start. You don't need a degree. You don't need to be an expert. So number one, anyone can learn. Anyone can learn cryptocurrency. You can start with what you have. Consistency beats capital. You just need to learn what to do consistently. So the consistency, that ability to repeat over and over, beats someone with a lot of capital. Number four, wealth is built through system, not luck. Ladies and gentlemen, you cannot be lucky. How many of you think I'm lucky to be successful in crypto? How many of you believe that maybe my success in crypto, the little success I have, I'm not very successful. How many of you think that the little success I have in crypto is luck? I want to know. I have some little success. How many of you think that the little success I have in crypto, I'm lucky? And these, ladies and gentlemen, are wrong beliefs, old beliefs that think that you will become successful because you will be lucky. You build systems. You don't get lucky. It has been 5 years of consistency into the crypto market space. I focus on crypto every single day. Okay? So having shared with you that, allow me now go into share my screen again, and I want to talk about why DeFi exists. Why did DeFi come? We now understand that DeFi is decentralized finance. It is where you download the wallet, you own your own keys, you own your own money, and it's you in charge. Now, why DeFi exists? Why did DeFi come? Okay. Number one, the problems with banks. You know, ladies and gentlemen, banks control your money. Banks control your money, not you. They can freeze your account. Withdrawals can be depending on bank approval. There are high charges. There are limited investment opportunities. How many of you agree with me with those 5 points? That the bank controls your money, they can freeze your accounts, the withdrawal depends on bank's approval, there are high fees when it comes to transactions, and there are limited investment opportunities when it comes to the centralized finance. So banks are built to benefit themselves, not the customer. And I'm speaking to you from the bottom of my heart. Banks are built to benefit themselves, not the customer. That's why, ladies and gentlemen, we are introducing permissionless finance, a financial system that doesn't depend on anyone, a financial system that you don't need approval to use it, a financial system that gives, DeFi gives freedom. Freedom. No one can stop you from transacting. No one can stop you from buying a token. No one can, it is total freedom. It's your money, it's your keys. Number two, equality. Everyone plays by the same rules. Even when you start in Oracle, whether you come with $1,000 and I come with $5 or 10, they don't say that for you, because you have come with a lot of funds, you will be able to make a lot, you'll get a bigger percentage than the other person. So it is equality. Number three, transparency. Every transaction is recorded publicly. Let me give you an example. Let me share my screen, okay? All right, good. Okay, so let's get into here. I can track anything that happens. For example, this is the token pocket. So I want to participate in an app. And this application is built on a blockchain, which is a hack-proof method of storage of information. And this application, since it is built on a blockchain, I needed to access it through a blockchain network. So here, this is where they are discovering. And while discovering, you see up here, they say, enter your URL to visit a decentralized application. So the URL is Oracle. So I enter my Oracle. So in Oracle here, like we are going to be seeing, let me pick the staking. When I tap on staking and maybe I'm paid, I can open collection and see these are transactions. Where are these transactions? This is a bonus reward. This is a block reward. This is a bonus reward. This is a block reward. This is a releasable balance. Releasable meaning they are giving me part of my capital. Block reward meaning they are giving me my reward. And I can be able to find where this has happened by touching it here. It is open. It is permissionless. I can be able to see what is happening, what is happening, what is happening, what is happening on my system. And that's what I'm trying to talk about, ladies and gentlemen, tonight. And we are still here. Why DeFi exists? Why DeFi exists? And all this is very, very important. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you are in Africa, you have what we call the African advantage. The continent, the first continent that skipped landlines and went into mobile money. It skipped outdated finance and it moved to DeFi. Ladies and gentlemen, early adapters gained the most wealth and the influence. The early adapters. That's why many people say when that guy started crypto a long time ago and he has retired. Why? Because the early adapters gain the most wealth. I want to congratulate you that you are taking a decision to listen to a new economic model that happens in DeFi that started since 2021 that has the power and the ability to change our lives. Ladies and gentlemen, we have looked at what money really is, why DeFi exists, and we have talked about the limitations of traditional finance. Allow me now bring you to a very important aspect that is important as you take a decision to listen to me tonight. Understanding DeFi. When we talk about DeFi, we need now to understand what are smart contracts. What is a smart contract? Ladies and gentlemen, simple. A smart contract is a computer program stored on a blockchain. It is a computer program stored on a blockchain. And this computer program executes automatically. It happens automatically. Number two, it follows fixed rules. Number three, it cannot be changed or manipulated. Let me show you. Let me just visit my Oracle. For example, let me go back to my wallet. Okay. So I start the business. Okay. And I decide to stake. And I say, I will stake for 24 hours. So these are the rules. These are the rules. And the rules are clear. The rules are clear. You earn 0.1 to 2%. And a bonus. So whatever you have got, 0.1 to 2%, whatever you have got, it will get a bonus of 0.01. So what you will receive is this. Let me explain it here. What you will receive is this. Number one, you receive a block production reward. This block production reward will vary from 0.1 to 2%. According to your investment, whether you pick 24 hours, whether you pick 30 days, whether you pick 90 days, whether you pick 180 days, whether you pick 360 days, whether you pick 540, it will remain the same. It is a code. I want people to understand this, ladies and gentlemen. A smart contract is a computer program stored on the blockchain that happens automatically, that follows fixed rules. It cannot be changed or manipulated. Hello? You know, I want to now come back to camera. So the program is already onto the blockchain. It is not under someone's website. The program is built on the Binance Smart Chain network blockchain, and the rules are there. It is happening automatically. It follows the rules, ladies and gentlemen, and nobody can manipulate the rules. Nobody can manipulate the rules. That's what you call a smart contract. That's why every day the smart contract says that at 4 a.m. in the morning and 4 p.m. in the evening, I will receive tokens. And if I take you through, I have several stakes. You see, I receive tokens. And if I choose 360 and I have received 53 tokens, these 53 tokens will receive a bonus reward. And what is the bonus reward? Whatever I have received times 0.1. Hello? Times 0.10. That is the bonus. So it is automatic. Now I want to come back to my camera. How many are following? How many are learning? Yes. My name is Wealth Coach Julius. How many are following? How many are learning? Happy to have you with us tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Now, I want to inform you, ladies and gentlemen, that why do they remove trust issues? Because no human is involved. No human is involved. No human is involved. No manager or admin can cheat the system. The code decides everything. No emotion, no opinions. Once deployed, the contract runs forever, exactly as written. Ladies and gentlemen, when you stake, the smart contract locks and tracks your tokens. When you come here and say, I want to participate in the Onfdao ecosystem, let's get it. Okay. What happens? When you stake, the smart contract locks the token. That's why here on the system, they say you have brought in, let me say, 15 tokens. They have been locked by the smart contract and they are being tracked by the smart contract. And that's why it's saying in the next 349 days, 15 hours and 26 minutes, the whole bias that has remained here will be released. Because why? It has locked them and it is tracking. When your rewards are due, the smart contract releases them. That's why it has here what you call the block production reward. And ladies and gentlemen, listen this very importantly. When the tokens are minted, the contract mints the tokens mathematically. That's why here on the system, we have a calculator. And we say, okay, when you lock 1,000 ONF tokens now, okay, or 10 for a year, by the end of the year, using the mathematics that is already coded into the system. I told you that a smart contract, I want to remind you, I want to remind you that a smart contract is a computer program stored on the blockchain that executes automatically, that follows fixed rules, that cannot be changed or manipulated. And because of that, by the end of your 1 year, if you started with 10 ONF tokens, you will have 149. How do we know this? Because it works when the minting happens. The contract mints the tokens mathematically. So using the mathematics, this is the number of tokens you will have. That if you buy the tokens now at around $10, by the end of 1 year, your $100 will be over 1,645, depending on the current price. But if the price goes higher, the profit will be higher. It happens automatically. And I want to inform you, this removes the fear, this removes the doubt and the dependency on people. When you don't earn your tokens, you don't need to look for Julius because the system runs on a smart contract. Hello, give me a 3 if you are learning. Give me a 3 if you are learning. All right. Give me a 3 if you are learning. I want to share my screen once again, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. Feel at home to work with the crypto ambassadors because I want to promise you one thing. By the end of today's call, I'll be giving a DeFi wealth strategy. I'll be giving a DeFi wealth strategy, a strategy that you can apply in the DeFi ecosystem to build wealth, a strategy that you can apply in an automatic manner, a strategy that you can apply, ladies and gentlemen, tonight, that has the power and the ability to give you wealth into the crypto market space are using DeFi. Welcome. Perfect. Okay. So let's now get into some more things. Okay. Let's talk about liquidity pools. Okay. I want to explain this because I've seen people ask it a lot, and I thought right personally to come here and talk about. Okay. Let's talk about what is a liquidity pool. Think of it a big bucket filled with tokens. A big bucket filled with tokens, USDT and ONF that people trade from. A liquidity pool is a big bucket that is filled. It's a big bucket filled with two tokens, USDT, which is a stable token, and ONF that people trade from. So instead of traders buying from sellers directly, they buy from a pool. Are we following? Are we following? A liquidity pool is like a big bucket that is filled with two tokens, IGI, USDT, and ONF that people trade from. And once they trade from, instead of traders buying from sellers directly, you want ONF, you want ONF. I have ONF on my wallet. You give me the cash and I give you the ONF. How many of you have seen those systems? How many of you have seen those systems built by people? They have a system. For example, there is a certain project called EM. I have heard people talk about it. I want to discuss it. If someone has their EM, they need to sweet talk you to buy from them because they don't have a liquidity pool. They buy directly from you. So sellers, buyers need to buy directly from a seller. Hello? Someone wants to participate in. You give them your cash, they give you Bitcoin. But a liquidity pool, and one is USDT, maybe another one is ONF. So that's what we call a trading pair. When you go to Binance and you want to trade BNB, you will go into a liquidity pool, a pool that has BNB tokens and USDT. So instead of you bringing your BNB and someone gives USDT, that liquidity. That's why the Oracle Foundation has opened liquidity pools. And let's look at that shortly. Let's look at that shortly. That if you want to participate in the project, I'll just a minute, guys. Just a minute. Let me pick that very fast. Just a minute. Let me pick that very fast. Okay. Are we learning? 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 Okay. Are we learning? Are we learning? Okay. So, okay, just a minute, guys. Just give me a minute. Okay. Just a minute. Just a minute. Hi. Okay. All right. Just a minute. Just a minute, guys. Okay. 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 So if we want to search about Oracle, we can go to Chrome and we use an AI called Aave.ai. Okay. I'm just going to run very fast. I'm just going to run very fast. Okay. So this is Aave.ai. I want to just run very fast. Okay, so I want to bring ONF. I may not go into this, teaching you this now. Okay. Okay. So I want to bring the price of ONF. And I want to explain, I'm going to explain liquidity pools, and I'm also going to explain everything. So this is what happens. Okay. What's up? Why is it not connecting? Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. It's here now. All right. Okay. This is ONF. Look here, guys. When we come on this protocol here, you can see that the price of ONF is $29. Listen to me. I'm talking about liquidity pools. a pool that has ONF and it has USDT. A pool, a bucket that has ONF tokens and USDT. So when we come here, we shall tap on liquidity. I see. And the liquidity here is $88. It means someone has brought $88 with a trading volume of $1. Eh? To wait for anyone who does not understand how liquidity pools work. So that he says, okay, let me bring my money here and let me bring my ONF here. You bring your ONF here. And you want to sell your ONF at $29 because where the official liquidity pool is, maybe the token is at 10. So when you bring where you have brought, there is no liquidity because there is no bucket that has ONF and USDT. You will lose your ONF because there is no USDT. Because the person who's playing smart here is playing a trick so that someone can bring their tokens and lose them here. That's why Oracle is saying, open the system and let's give you where the liquidity is. And it gives you the top 10. The top 10, but let me save my time. The session is getting too long. Okay, now it says that, I'll just say, it says that Coin Home Exchange and L-Bank Exchange and Ucoin Exchange and Bioeconomy Exchange. This is where the liquidity pool is. That if you want to buy or you want to sell, you go where the liquidity pool is. It is a pool where there are ONF tokens and there is also USDT. That if you go with USDT, you can get ONF, or if you go with ONF, you can get USDT. But when you come on these platforms where there is no liquidity pool, you will lose your tokens. Hello? Hello? Give me a 2 if you are learning. Give me a 2 if you are learning. Can we continue or we stop here for today? Can we continue or we stop here for today? Can we continue or we stop here for today? Okay. Now, ladies and gentlemen, when people swap the tokens, they interact with the pool. I think next time I'll come here and give the mathematical formula on how liquidity pools work. The X times Y that equals to K, because it keeps the price in balance. But let's talk about why liquidity providers and in DeFi, ladies and gentlemen, in DeFi, people who provide liquidity, they earn. Every trade pays a small fee. And that's why Oracle today released this statement. Let me see if I could find it here very fast. Okay. Okay, let me see if I could see this very fast. Okay, that's why Oracle released this statement today. It said, okay, okay. Let me read you this. That's why Oracle said, Oracle major ecosystem announcement. the Oracle Exchange. Dear Oracle Global Community members, the Oracle Foundation officially announces the Oracle Exchange has entered a preparation stage. It's not yet out. The key model of the Oracle ecosystem will handle asset circulation, project incubation, cross-chain aggregation, and will deeply link with the ONF for strength ecosystem. Now these are many, but I could explain a few. The asset circulation, the asset, the tokens must be circulating somewhere. Okay, but let's not go into. So they say importance of the exchange. Number one, main traffic gateway for the ONF U card. So they want to bring a card for transaction. Number two, they will bring a launch pad on their exchange that is similar to the Binance Launchpad, where tokens could incubate and start their journey from. Number three, enhance global influence. And so they're trying to build a pool. And to bring this on board, they will sell nodes. People will come, buy ONF in order to have shares on the exchange. And when they will buy ONF to have shares on the exchange, whether as a node sharer or a VIP node, the ONF that will have been bought will be burnt. What are they trying to do? They want to reduce the supply of ONF in the market and bring higher scarcity. And someone will be asking, where will Oracle Foundation get the tokens from? The tokens are already in the pool. So the tokens can be bought from the pool in the exchanges so that people come and participate. They want to increase demand and bring strong pressure. And that's why now, guys, they come and say, okay, as a way to support this upgrade, they are saying they are stopping the coin home exchange. So they are trying to bring, because they are bringing the Oracle exchange where ONF will become the core token of the platform. They're trying to build a decentralized full ecosystem. You now want to bring this all clear, but back to business. Back to business. So liquidity pools are very, very important. Very, very important. Number three, staking. Since it's not a smart contract, the tokens are locked by a smart contract. The smart contract monitors and you get more tokens in return. That's what happens. Automated yield strategies. The earning is automatic. You don't need to do anything. Okay, so now let me move. Let me try to explain the ONF model very fast. And okay, so the staking, you lock the tokens, so you support the system. You earn. Now this is how staking works for you to understand. When you come and lock the token, so staking reduces the available supply. The tokens were roaming in the pool in Bioeconomy. You go and buy those tokens. You come and lock them into the ecosystem. You are reducing the available supply. The system rewards you for helping secure the ecosystem, because the more you lock more tokens, the more you make the ecosystem secure. Rewards come from the minting circles and the tokenomics. The tokenomics is the economics on how the token comes in the market depending on the code it was given. So how are these rewards? Why people usually ask me, Julius, how are these rewards calculated? Let me explain. How are these rewards calculated? How? How are these rewards? These rewards depend on 4 things. Number 1, the amount staked. The amount staked. The more tokens you stake, the more income you earn. Number 2, the duration. If you stake longer, you'll be more profitable than someone who stakes for 24 hours. Number 3, the network worldwide staking activity, which we call, let me show it to you in the calculator, which we call the block production reward. So apart from the amount of tokens you have staked, apart from the duration you have chosen, the network worldwide staking activity also determines. So if more people stake, the block production reward, let me put here 10 tokens, which is $100. If the block production reward increases, also the amount of tokens you earn also increase. That's why they say here, when you tap on staking, they tell you will earn 0.1 to 2%, because the 0.1 is the minimum. But depending on the network worldwide staking activity, if the network worldwide staking activity, where's the calculator? It can go to a maximum of 2%. This is not percentage of your investment. It is percentage that comes from the network worldwide staking activity. That if now the network worldwide staking activity is at 0.37, so the minimum is 0.1 to 2% that comes from the network worldwide staking activity. And all this is running on the smart contract rule. Hey, hey, are we together? Now people are saying, but this man is a professor. No, I'm not a professor. I am simplifying blockchain technology. I want everybody to understand simple ways of making money, not the rumor mongering that small boys make online. Usually, and I hear small boys making noise. You are broke. You don't know how blockchain works, DeFi, you are making noise. If you are saying something is working for you and it is not working for you, then there's a problem. Then there is a problem. But the beauty is, ladies and gentlemen, that when you restake, your daily and weekly rewards increase. Your capital grows. If you started with 10 tokens, tomorrow, if you earn 1 today, tomorrow, your next reward will be bigger. Eh? That's why this business is different. That's why I told you at the end of this call, I'll show you how you can build real wealth. And I'm talking about fucking real wealth. Serious wealth. Why? Because your capital grows and the next day your reward is bigger. Growth accelerates over time. And this is how small capital becomes big wealth. Many of you usually ask questions. Why is it that I start with $100 and in 1 year it will be 1,000? It can even go bigger, because if today you started with 10 tokens and you earned 1 token, it means tomorrow your reward will not be on your capital of 10, it will be on your capital of 11 tokens. It grows, it accelerates over time. And that is how small capital becomes big wealth. Now I want to introduce you to Onfdao. How many are ready? How many are ready? Drop me some love hearts if you are ready. I want to now take you through, ladies and gentlemen, how Oracle works, how Onfdao works, and what is the logic. What is the logic? That's the logic. All right, let's go. That's why, you see, I stake every day. And the formula is simple, guys. The formula is simple. Hey, what's up? What's up with my network? Okay, my network is stubborn, but let's go back here. Okay, now let's talk about the ONF model. Number one, the ONF model works on four major principles: the minting engine, the daily compounding, the token flow, and the long-term sustainability. Okay, let me explain what ONF is. Listen, one, ONF is a decentralized system designed, number one, to let users mint tokens. This system was designed that once you start, you will be able to get more ONF tokens. I don't know what's up. Okay, let's go. It's there now. Okay. Let me give you an example. I'll use one of my staking. Okay, look here. I staked tokens. I earn more tokens. The earning of more tokens is minting. Number two, you stake the tokens, you mint more tokens. You earn consistent automatic rewards and you build long-term wealth. That's how it works. So what are the core pillars of ONF? Number one, transparency. Everything that happens here is on chain. Even if I come here and I say promotional rewards and I want to see where they have come from, what are the details, everything is happening, is on chain. That when I come here and I say, oh, let me see, these are my rewards. If I want to find out everything is very clear where the money has gone. Everything is open, transparent. Everything is happening on the Binance Smart Chain. All actions you do, even when you stake, everything that happens, your rewards, your collection record, everything I can track. I can still go back on the Binance Smart Chain network. Hope my network is fine. Here, you can go at your free time. And I can find out what is happening from where to where, what happened, what transpired. I can view all transactions. Are we together? Are we together? So, Oracle is built on that. Number two, automation. You don't need to do anything for these tokens to come. You see, when I started today, I didn't talk about mints, but let me ask a question. I didn't talk about mints, but let me ask a question. I want to ask a question, and I request your answer. How many of you listening to me tonight? How many of you listen to me tonight? You believe that you need to do a job to earn money? How many of you are listening to me tonight and you believe that for you to earn money, you need to do a job? Okay. All right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to repeat. The only way you make money, remember I started with money. People are saying, no food for a lazy man. Okay. Do you know it is not true? Do you know that it's not true? You don't need to do a job to earn money. It's a wrong belief. It's a wrong belief. When you invest in Oracle and you receive tokens at 4 a.m., what have you done? Give me some answers. Did you do any job to earn the tokens? You have done nothing. Zero. You have been sleeping. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you can use your money to work for you, not you to work for money. You can use your money to work for you, not you. Every day you want to wake up to go and do something so that you make the money. Why not use technology to work for you? Why don't you want to use smart contracts to work for you? So, the core pillars of Oracle is the community, the growth. You have seen that when more people stake, you earn more tokens. How many of you saw that? Sustainability. The tokenomics is designed for long-term rewards. If you want to earn more tokens, you stake longer. Why is Oracle long-term? Because ONF is built to avoid pump and dump behavior. The system rewards you consistent staking, consistent compounding, and consistent community growth, no speculation. Do you know that you cannot speculate ONF? You cannot say that I have done my mathematics. In the next few months, ONF is going to go to $50. Why? Because it is a community-based project. It does not behave like Bitcoin. It does not behave like Ethereum. Hello? Are we together? I usually see small boys, they start drawing lines because they don't understand. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm here. Okay, so guys, I surely cannot finish my topic today. But one thing I will tell you, I'll finish my topic tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll just add on from there. But how many of you have learned something? So you can start. If you are new, you can start for money to work for you. You can download the Oracle, the token pocket, create your keys, ask someone who has invited you here to take you through a few steps, and automatically you start making money. I want to thank you for today. I still have more slides to share with you, but I'll pick it up at 10 a.m. in the morning tomorrow and at 9 p.m. in the evening also tomorrow. Allow me stop here. I hope you are able to learn something because too much of anything is always bad. I love you so much, and I remain Wealth Coach Julius. Good night, everybody. Love you, and bye-bye. Good night. I'll end the call, guys.